Right. JG, you're different. You're unique. And I think the memories created now is going to last with them for quite some time. Good morning, guys. Today we have with us, we're lucky to have the most loud couple on Instagram right now. The most sought after family and the most entertaining family that which we have seen in the year 2020. Welcome on to the another episode of Aam Aadmi podcast. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Kevin.
Where is the youngest one? You have 4 people, right?
Yeah. Tell where is Maria? You want to tell
We are down to Appa's and Amma's house.
So basically, my parents stay just one floor below our apartment. Exactly one floor below. They're on the first floor. We're on the second floor. So Maria spends like an hour every day with them.
She's gone down now.
Yeah.
So this happened before the lockdown started or after the lockdown? This 1 hour.
Yeah, this has been the practice.
Yeah, it's always been the practice. And then in the afternoon, Sarah goes and spends like maybe 2.5 hours with them.
Quality time with the grandpa.
Yeah.
So I thought today we'll discuss about how our life got impacted after lockdown. Like after lockdown happened. At least in our time frame, this is the first time that we've seen the entire thing lockdown and we have all had to come home and sit and do nothing else, basically. So how did it affect you?
Work-wise, of course, when this lockdown and this whole COVID scene happened, business almost came to a standstill, right? So it didn't. So I had a lot of free time. So then that gave us enough time to cope up with being at home together, coexist together at home from day till night, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, living room, everywhere. So
I think a lot of people found new talents during this lockdown. My sister actually found out that she's talented in cooking, which she thought she was never her game. So is there some talents which came up in your life also during lockdown?
I think cooking was everybody's trial, I think. Whoever has never cooked, I think we all tried cooking.
Yeah, everybody had the time, right?
Yeah, so cooking, apart from experimenting cooking, I never got much better at it. But yeah, apart from cooking, of course, I mean, these videos thing, it was like an accidental discovery because we have had a lot of time during the lockdown period. And it was, so I basically got certified in fitness to be a fitness trainer earlier this year, actually. So then during this lockdown, I had a lot of free time and I want to learn how to make fitness videos, actually. So for that, I learned video editing from YouTube. And then first couple of videos didn't turn out to be that great. So one fine day, I think it was one evening when the kids were asleep, we just spontaneously decided, let's just do a
horror comedy.
Yeah, horror comedy video. And I think I got, because Tara was coming out from the room combing her hair with all her hair down, and then it was dark here. I think I got scared for a bit second, and that is how the idea sparked. I'm not sure how, I don't remember exactly how, but then
that was
going
just meant
into
for family.
Risky territory right now. You will not get lunch and dinner today.
No, but yeah, it finally turned out well, so no problem. Right, so it was so I suggested, like asked her, like, why don't you just try making a video, and then we can share it. If it turns out well, we can just share it with our friends and family, and then I'll get some practice with video editing, right? So that was the main intention. And
actually, we never thought that people other than our immediate family and friends would enjoy it also. Never expected it.
Yeah, right.
But then, Tarachaji, what is that incentive which Achajan promised you for making that video? Like, you would not have
to make her into a poster.
Nothing. It was. I also I wanted to also just to see how it turns out in the end, but it turned out really well. So at least we feel so.
Yeah, right.
No. It turned out really well. We're so happy that you did try it. In a way, we're happy that lockdown happened and you thought about it.
Right. So that wasn't like really planned. I don't know if that evening, maybe a minute, if that thought didn't come, or if she didn't come out of the room combing the hair, this whole thing wouldn't have happened probably. And I actually wanted to make a horror video, actually. And then I think we discussed and we thought, why don't we turn it into a horror comedy? That would be slightly better. And then we didn't do any script or nothing. We just discussed then and there itself. And then we started recording that. And since kids were sleeping, there were absolutely no dialogues. So there was zero sound throughout the video.
in one shot, not one shot.
Yeah, two or three shots.
Yeah.
Because at that time I was very bad at editing. So now I feel I could have done much.
No, that is not possible, right? Now it takes 50 shots.
Yeah, right.
So how would it feel for you that after 10 years down the lane, when you know there is an interview happening and then Arjun Rajagan is like, what is the motivation in making videos? One fine day, wife came outside. I thought it was a ghost, and that is how I started making videos.
If he still says that, it will be fine.
Right.
So, this lockdown, as you told, these are the few things which you did out of the box that you did from the usual life, right? So, is there something that you want to continue doing other than video making? Video making, anyway, you'll have to continue doing. The fans will demand you of that. But other than video making, is there something else you want to, which you picked up during lockdown, you want to continue after lockdown also?
I don't think I picked up anything else much because I don't know. We have been busy, and then see this lockdown period here maybe went down for for a month, and then so I have like a small business here. So then business also after that slowly started coming back, So so I have been busy during the day with that work, and then with these videos as well. So although the video is just 1 minute, it takes a little bit time, because the writing and then editing and then the recording
and the retakes.
So it takes retakes and all. Yeah, so it takes some time, and then I'm doing a couple of these fitness sessions as well online. So as it is kind of like a busy day from morning till night, and then kids are there at home, so she's also busy.
So how does the ideas come up, Azza, for the videos?
So it's based on most of our real life stories itself, right? So whenever something small happens here,
something small, and he'll just build up on it, exaggerate it a bit. That's all. Every small incident, it may be something that we say or just a remark, which he will build up and write down the script.
So you would have some idea, right? Like how on an idea, then we'll kind of reverse.
But then I assume, I'm assuming that improvisation happens during the take of the video.
Oh yes, of course. That Kids and Tara does it the most. Like if you see some of our blooper videos, you will understand. Yes. So I put down a script, right? And then while putting down the script, while writing it, I get some little bit of comedy kind of funny lines. But then while shooting, anyway, they definitely sometimes they change, sometimes they stick onto it. But then, it definitely improvisation happens.
But how do you motivate the kids to be in the video? Like, I understand it is hard for us to
Sarah wants to answer that. Sarah. If Sarah tells something else, you can cut it. Sarah, he's asking, why do you like acting in the videos? You want to tell? You don't want to tell? You like acting?
Does Appa and Amma give you chocolates to act?
Not always, no?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. You like acting, is it?
Sarah, he's asking you.
Yes. You like seeing yourself on the big screen?
Yeah. Do you like seeing yourself on the TV?
Yeah. So especially the younger one, Maria. So Sarah's always liked acting. So one of the other reasons why we continued making these videos is that one of the videos we made with Sarah. So we never intended on making so many videos. We just thought we'll do 2 or 3 videos. And then one we made with Sarah, and she was delivering the lines or her eyebrow expressions exactly how I told her I wanted, without any retakes. Maybe 2 or 3 retakes, but then she almost gave it and we were surprised. So that is how we somehow continued. But with a younger one, obviously the first few videos she was very small, so we just had to somehow make her do the actions and we would record it. That would fit in the video. But now she's actually started acting. Like when we tell her,
she's got the idea.
Yeah,
but how old
she can watch it. Yeah,
she's 1.5.
That is really impressive.
Right. So she knows that she can, like, if she does this, she can see it on TV or YouTube. So. Little bit narcissism runs in the family, so we all like to watch that is.
I said this is one thing which I've asked few others also. Once you upload a video, do you watch a video continuously? Do you see that a few times?
Couple of times, couple of times we watch, because especially so we enjoy reading through the comments actually. So when somebody notices something, even if sometimes it could be a silly mistake in the video. Like recently in the latest video, I was actually pretending to talk to Tara. The phone was held upside down throughout the entire video. So somebody pointed that out. So when they point out these things, we again watch it. Just to,
Because until that time, we didn't realize that. We didn't.
But then again, during the time, it's like we intended it to be like that. We wanted it to be funny.
Right. Yeah. So somebody tried to mask it up like that. So we did it intentionally. But yeah, especially in YouTube, some of the comments that come is very nice to read through.
Right. You are growing really fast, right? I understand that you started the YouTube page very recently, and now it has crossed around 20,000 followers.
Actually, we started the YouTube page when we started Instagram.
Instagram itself, because a lot of people, a lot of our close family, cousins and all were not on Instagram. So for them to see, we started uploading these videos on YouTube itself. And now we have about, in the last few days, I think, luckily, this YouTube algorithm somehow picked up our videos and it's been suggesting to people. So we are lucky to have a spike in the subscribers.
So now does the pressure add on to you? Like now there is that pressure for you to generate content on a not on a daily basis, at least on a weekly basis. People expect to see a few videos that you keep. So has that pressure got to you?
It has actually the one of the worst parts is it has slightly affected. But next week, within a week or two, Tara and the kids are traveling to Bahrain. That's where her parents are. So there will be a 1 month break anyway. So I'm like thinking, okay, now will all these subscribers just go down in 1 month? So yeah, but then so we are thinking maybe we'll upload some blooper videos then, and maybe some Q&A. I don't know. Yeah, somehow keep uploading something. But yeah, otherwise, pressure as such, yes, I won't deny it. I mean, it is there a little bit. But then it's okay as long, we are enjoying. So we have also agreed to each other. We'll continue doing this as long as we enjoy the process. Correct. And of course, the kids also enjoy the process. And so far, we are all okay with it. We are having fun. Although sometimes it ends up in some arguments or kids being cranky and stuff. But yeah.
But then how do you manage that? I understand that the definition of work-life balance before COVID and after COVID are two different things altogether. No? So how do you manage all this? I understand you're running a company also.
Right.
Between that, how do you find time to do all this? And you have 2 kids, and Tarjeji will also be fully busy.
Right. So yes, we somehow, I mean, it is not, the video making is not as easy as it looks actually. So it is a bit of chaos, confusion, and but then we somehow do it. I mean, it's fine. So we get a lot of time because we don't, maybe one of the best things, not best things, we don't watch a lot of TV, or we are not addicted to a lot of shows as it is right now. We used to watch when we were younger, but right now we don't get time also because
it will be Peppa Pig or something else.
Yeah. So since kids haven't started school yet, there'll be some cartoon that'll be happening in the background when the TV is on. And then at night, by the time they sleep, it is late already. So we just put something in the background.
What they've already watched.
So that way we get a lot of time, I feel, actually. Because otherwise, I think a lot of people, when we are hooked on to some TV shows or sitcoms, we just end up losing a lot of time watching that, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, and then kids make sure that we wake up very early in the morning. So they are like a constant alarm till we get up from the bed. We can't turn it off.
What about the future? What do you have in store? Like there are fans of yours who wants to know if you will become a YouTube page like Karika or Filter Copy, or are you going to be regular content creators and you want to venture into new areas altogether? Is there something that you have in mind?
I don't think we are there yet, just even to decide or think. I mean, like for the time being, we will just continue doing what we are doing. As long as we get time, we get ideas. After we make every video, we'll be like, now there are no more ideas. What do we do? What if ideas don't come through? But then
something will happen.
Something has been happening, at least luckily so far.
But I think
she's acting here already. Fake love. Yeah.
I think one common comment that comes in all your videos is that your videos are so relatable.
Right.
People find it so relatable that all your videos come out like that. So I don't think you will run out of ideas. So every day, what you do can be converted into content, right? At least one scenario out of that.
Right.
I think that will be an issue for you.
Yeah, but again, sometimes we don't know. Like sometimes when we think, okay, this is relatable, Tara will be like, are you sure this is relatable, or this is just us who do it? So we all have that doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, we just make it in, and we didn't intend on making relatable videos in the beginning. We just wanted to show so we are not trying to act or show like a general thing what people are doing. We are trying to show what we are doing at home, what is happening with us. So then when people started saying it is relatable, that is also kind of when we came to know, okay, this is happening.
Like, for example, even one of the recent videos, Unrelatable, where I don't eat the skin of KFC. Or
eating habits.
Until we read through the comments, we didn't know there are a lot of people who do that.
So I thought it was just her.
My wife was doing that. The fist part. When my wife does the same thing. So she just opens the bottle, keeps it there so that the fist goes off, and then she'll have it later on. And I'm like, why are you buying it? You can buy something else.
Right. No, that is at least, I think, okay, I can slightly understand that. Okay, but KFC without skin, I can never agree with. Right.
JJ, you're different. You're unique.
All of us, I think.
You say that you don't watch much, you don't consume much content now. You're making content, right? But there should have been some point where there would have been some show or someone whom would have motivated you to come up with videos like this.
Right. Is there anyone? So when we were young, we used to watch. I mean, at least me. I mean, she also used to watch a lot of TV and all. I don't know if it's like I said, this was just like an accidental discovery. It was not planned to let's start making content or let's start making videos. But that being said, again, I was never the type who used to watch a lot of TV shows or sitcoms. But then growing up, there was a show called Akkara Karchagal. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, yes. US-based family. So I used to watch that a lot. I used to really like it. And I used to, so if I have this habit of, if I like something, I just keep watching it again and again, rather than exploring new content or stuff like that. So Akkara Karchagal was always there. Friends is one show which I used to watch when I was in late school, maybe early college days. So Friends, that, and then Modern Family is one of the new sitcoms. And then you would have heard of Karika. You already mentioned Karika, right? So Karika, I actually came to know much later, like maybe around 6-7 months back. That is when I know. I think a lot of people are using reference words from Karika, but I never understood. And then I think again from YouTube suggestion or somebody sent the link. That is when I first saw it, and then I got really hooked onto that also. So there are just, and then again kept watching some of their episodes. So Karika and Akkara Karchagal are two. Then there's this thing called Uppum Molagum. Uppum Molagum was also very nice. So, but other than that, we haven't. I mean, we have
all
seen
this also not regularly. Maybe we'll just put, for example, if it's Karika, we'll just put an episode, and okay, that will turn into 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, 2 or 3 episodes, but then maximum like maybe 40 minutes. That is the window we get actually. So that is like our especially during these lockdown days. Otherwise, we used to go watch movies in theater and all. But now since lockdown, we have completely put a stop to that also. But yeah, so like this, so I wouldn't exactly call it that we were motivated by this to start creating content, but these are shows that we enjoyed. So obviously, subconsciously, these kind of comedy will come to us, right? Yeah, and these old Malayalam comedy movies and
that is an influence from Tara JJ, isn't it? I understand she's the one who's a fan of old Malayalam movies.
Old Malayalam movies, she only likes these action type of the Hindi movies. That also, I don't know if she, we both watch actually all these Akkara Karchagal, those series, the Nadodi Kata series.
Hey Sarah, which is that video of yours, like which Appa and Amma has made, which you like the most? The staycation one?
Your favorite one?
The favorite one.
Kinder.
Sarah, dekho, kabutar. What do you say? I want my
Kinder.
So she enjoys the process too. Sometimes she knows she's quite a good actress already. Now when we ask her to act, she throws a little bit of demand. Say, I'm not in the mood. Attitude, yeah. Attitude, demand, and everything. That this is not the time. Maybe after some time and all. But then we tell her very casually. So okay, then that is fine. It's okay. You take your rest. Then we will just do Maria, me, and Amma. Then she was totally come. No.
This is that thing where you say no, I don't want the product, and you walk out, and then the person comes behind you, right? No, I'll give it this price.
It works well with her.
Right.
But yeah, once she gets to the rebel teenage stage, that is when you have to be careful.
Yeah, but then I hope. I mean, see, actually, one of the best things that even if it's always a plus to have subscribers and followers and that fan following. I'll admit it feels good also in a way. And then, of course, with YouTube monetization, hopefully we can start making some income also out of it. But one of the best things when we started, we thought if the kids have some footage of theirs when they are young, right? So when they grow up, something for them to see. I'm sure they'll enjoy watching these videos when they grow up, you know. So I feel bad that we don't have a lot of many of our own videos when we were younger. I wish we had, but then thank God we have this camera phone technology now in this.
And I think the memories created now is going to last with them for quite some time. Like this is added memories other than the usual life you used to have.
So right. Yeah.
More bonding is happening here as a family.
Of course.
Thank you guys for making our 2020 much better. I do not know if I would not have found you if I would have laughed so much as I did in 2020. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for being on the show. It's been such a great pleasure talking to you right now.
Likewise. Yeah, same here. Right. So thanks, Kevin. Yeah, and whoever's watching this, please go like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel, Aam Aadmi Podcast. Sarah, you want to say bye?
Bye. Maria's 1 year old and I'm 4 years old.
Oh, nobody asked and she said that is very nice. Right. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.